This combination of relics paired with just one region will let you train 21 skills faster, leaving just 2 without a boost other than the league's multipliers. Plus, you'll also be able to finish clues faster, and you even have the Grimoire in this build as well, if of course you want it. Starting out with tier 1, and I'm not picking Power Miner, although I am a massive fan of it. The fact that you have an additional 50% chance to mine each ore, and each ore lasts 4 times longer, means you can sit at an Addy Rock and get really fast XP. And you could even do that at Room, but chances are lots of people will be fighting over them. However, the reason I don't think this is the right relic to pick, just my opinion, is because if you can get bars from any other method, it makes the second part of this relic of sending bars to the bank a lot less useful, and we can with this build. The one I think's best to go down is the Animal Wrangler. And whilst the first part's less powerful since fishing's pretty AFK anyway, it is 1 tick faster, and because the fish is sent directly to your bank, you can sit and fish for 25 minutes at a time. You're easily going to do them AFK even if it's 50 million XP needed. But the reason for picking this one is more what it does for Hunter as well, which means 100 traps never fail and you get double XP, which overall means you're going to train the skill about 2.5 times faster. I did a vote on tier 2 and Corner Cutter was by far the least voted for, but I'm going to pick it because I have a way of not needing the other two. However, if you wanted to go for dodgy deals here instead of Corner Cutter, it's the same outcome, it's just one of the skills has changed. The reason I'll be picking Corner Cutter though is because it's going to train one of my skills without me doing anything about it. Not faster, not more XP, it's going to do all my agility experience without me even trying. So whilst I understand the use of dodgy deals and friendly forager, I can get around both of those two. I have access to a really good thieving method in the region I'm picking, and I also don't need friendly forager with the region I'm picking too, but I'll come to the regions later. Tier 3, I'm obviously going to pick Clue Compass. I've done a big video on how good this thing is. It has just as many useful teleporters as the others, including one that's 1 tile from a bank in the starter region, one that's right next to a fairy ring, and of course it teleports you to every single step of a clue. So whilst the others are good, this one is by far the best in my opinion. Next, a really tough choice, and I'm going down the Golden God route for just how many skills this helps you train. Passively, it's going to get you as much magic XP as you're ever going to need, so you're pretty much guaranteed to get 99 magic within a few days. And it's also going to give you unlimited prayer. This thing's eventually going to make us billions of GP per hour. Most of us probably won't need that much GP, but it can do that for you if you want. And you can buy whatever you want from the shop, similar to Fire Sale. You can convert some of that GP into Tockle and buy a load of gems up to Diamond for really fast crafting XP, some of the fastest XP that you're going to get. You can buy ores from so many different shops, and if we get access to the Blast Furnace this year, get really fast smithing XP too, which again is why I'm not picking the Power Mining Relic. You can buy enough unfinished Broad Bolts to get you to whatever level that you want. With Ascania or Core End, you can buy bag plants, which are going to let you chain up your construction and your farming at the same time, and you can buy raw fish for your cooking if you chose a different tier 1 relic. So whilst reloaded with maybe Power Mining would be very tempting in this tier, I think Golden God just offers you so much more in terms of flexibility, how many different skills you can train, and yes, mining is very slow without any of these, and it's going to be a little bit of a pain to get to 99, but I think it's a fair trade for just how many other skills you get to train up so much easier with this combination. The same goes for Reloaded and using it for Corner Cutter or Dodgy Deals. Two very good relics, and it's tempting to pick both of them by using that. But again, it's just one skill compared to how many this trains up. Tier 5 and Production Master is very tempting with what we have already, because all of those items with Golden God that we can get, or most of them at least, can be done so much faster with Production Master. However, there's a reason why I don't think you should go down this route in the next tier. And since we have Clue Compass already that teleports us to our next clue step, plus Mod Arcane saying there's less points in clues this year.
I will give a tidbit ahead of time that there isn't as many points behind clues as there has been in prior leagues. That has been pulled back slightly.
I think that's going to be enough really for what we need. And whilst Treasure Arbiter might be nice, I'd much rather have Slayer, which is a very slow skill, essentially for free, because you're passively going to get this anyway with all the tasks that we get killing bosses, killing creatures, trying to get weapons and so on. You're going to get 99 Slayer without trying, which I think is more important than Treasure Arbiter. The reason I don't think Production Master is that useful is because in tier 6 we have Banker's Note, and some of those items we get with Golden God, we can unnote on the move and do them passively when doing other things, other skills, anywhere we have a little bit of downtime. You're going to be able to cut your gems on the move, clean your herbs, make your potions, and get your fletching up at the same time. And we can even smelt ores into bars. The only thing that Production Master really offers in this build, smith and bars and cannonballs instantly, but we can live without that. Plus things like making arrows and bolts 10 times faster is nice, but you don't need it because we've got that much downtime, you're going to get 99 anyway in between. And of course, Banknote's going to let us train some skills much faster as well, such as rune crafting. In tier 7, it doesn't really matter which you pick, although I don't really think you need Pocket Kingdom with what we've picked so far. I think that would definitely be the weakest. And whilst it's very popular to pick Overgrown or something else that helps with the herb laws and potions and things like that, farming's 5 times faster this league, plus so many bosses drop you a load of supplies to train you farming with anyway, including tree seeds, and if you pick your regions carefully, it's not that big of a deal, and how much supplies do you really need in leagues anyway? I just think you can get around that with your regions, so I would pick Grimoire for the extra DPS. Think of how many bosses that we're going to have to kill this league, so even if it is only 8% or whatever, that's going to make a big difference. Tier 8, and I've got no horse in this race. Personally, I'd be picking Guardian just because it helps me out a little bit better. Although there's a few builds with Specialist that I wouldn't mind trying out. I think I'm going to go with Guardian just for the safe bet and the fact that the AoE damage would be quite useful. The only skills left are your combat skills, but they're going to be massively boosted with 2-tick cycles, especially if you go 2 tier 5s, especially range and melee. That's going to give you 2-tick in everything apart from magic, and your magic is going to be trained passively anyway with the Golden God relic. So you're essentially going to train all those stats up 32 times the normal rate, plus with 2-tick weapons. So that's going to be insane. There's only 4 skills that this combination of relics and masteries doesn't give boost to, and that is fire making, thieving, woodcutting and mining. And if you pick the right region, you can pretty much take 2 of them out of the equation too. Such as the wilderness, which whilst it isn't a very popular area, does give you an absolute ton of supplies. You can burn high level logs constantly because of all the drops that you get, and it also has one of the best thieving methods, with thieving of the rogues den giving you 330,000 XP per hour normally, which with a times 16 multiplier is going to be about 5 million XP per hour. The 99 thieving will only take you about 2.5 hours. Not something in my opinion you need a boost for if you pick this area. And it's not just this area, there's plenty of others, but with only a few skills to aim for by picking that combination of relics, I think it's worth changing or picking one region just to fit those in. Well, I mean, that's the route I'll be going down. You might want more DPS, but I just wanted to share my thoughts after going through all of these reveals for the last few weeks, and that's kind of the opinion that I formed over that time.